Once we've placed an order with our vendor for product, the next step will be product receiving once we receive those products from our vendor. Product receiving is available through the product receiving option on the main menu. And it's a fairly simple process. We can receive products into inventory, we can print a backorder report showing us the current items that are outstanding on backorder, and we can delete back orders from this system. To receive products into inventory, again, we have some navigation that allows us to view our current receipt items, and then we have the ability to add a new entry. I'm going to go ahead and select Add, at which time it'll ask us for a PO. We can use the pick list by pressing F8 to pick a PO that we want to receive. I'm going to go ahead and pick this PO that was an automatic reorder. And as soon as it pulls that in, you'll notice that it comes up and tells us that some of our product has been stored pick short. Products with pick short as the storage location should not be stored in an inventory location because these products have already been sold and are not going into inventory. Customer orders for these products have been created but have not been shipped. The software will never force you to have a current on-hand inventory to sell product. However, if you sell product and you do not have a current on-hand, it will cause the current on-hand to go negative on that product. When a product has a negative on-hand and you receive product for that inventory, a portion of the products that you receive will be marked with an inventory location of pick short and will not be stored in the inventory. This is because if your system is accurate, although those products have been sold, they've not yet been shipped and they do not belong in your inventory, they belong to some of your customers. So for that reason, you'll see this message come up if you have some products that are negative. We'll press a key and let it go ahead and pull in. You'll see that on the 001 product, which we had a quantity of negative 225 for, you'll notice that it's stored a batch of those as pick short, and it's stored the balance of those in location 1. You'll also notice that the software has converted from our vendor's unit of measure into our unit of measure. We ordered 20 or 30 of these products with a conversion unit of measure of 12, and it's converted that into our conversion unit of measure into the unit that we sell in. So it's converted it from cases now into eaches with an appropriate unit cost and showing us still the standard price per unit. You'll see that we did the same thing here with product 002. We've assigned a certain portion of those to the pick short and the balance of those to go on the shelf. You'll also notice here that it's assigned this product the default location, which is defined for that product as the spot that it will store it in. You have the option now of reviewing the items that you've placed on this order, and once everything is okay, you can select Save. First the software will ask you if you want to add lot numbers or serial numbers. If you want to add lot numbers or serial numbers to any of these products, you can select Yes here, and you'll see all of the product in a listing, and then you can go ahead and key in the lot number or serial number that is appropriate for each record. You'll also be prompted whether or not you want to have a printout of the receipt. If you want to have a hard copy of this for your files, you can select Yes, and you'll see that it prints out just a listing of the product and description, the cost and the price, and the number that were ordered and stored of each of these products, as well as the location they were stored, the quantity that were back ordered, and the date that they were received. At that point, you're finished receiving that product, and you now have inventory on hand for that product. Let's take a look now at the process of putting items on back order. I'm going to go ahead and hop back into the vendor orders module quickly, and I'm going to create a new order, and I'm going to order 10 more of these units and just leave it at that, and we don't need a printout of that. Now when we come back into product receiving, I'm going to receive product and add a product, select the PO. I'm going to select this one that I just created. You'll notice that it's pulled in 120 of these based on the fact that I ordered 10 cases. Now perhaps the vendor hasn't shipped me all, perhaps he was only able to ship half of those. So I have 60 units that I'm storing now, and I have 60 units that are still on back order. I'm going to go ahead and save that. I don't need to add serial numbers, and I don't need a printout. Now, when the balance of this order comes in, I can receive that by using the Receive Backorder function. When I select Receive Backorder, I'll see a list of the currently outstanding backorders on the system. When I select one, the software will pull in the items that were placed on backorder. So I can now receive whatever additional product has been shipped. I can continue doing this, storing some and leaving some on backorder until the order is completed. Let's go ahead and leave some on back order and save this, and we'll again say no to those options. Now, that's a fairly simple way to deal with back order tracking. The one other thing that we need to look at here is the possibility that at some point my vendor may discontinue this and I may never be able to get that order filled, in which case I can come in and delete the back order. That back order is no longer on the system now. If I come back in and say receive back orders, I no longer see that particular back order. Let's look at one more option that you have in the product receiving. I'm going to go ahead and pull in another back order that I have sitting here. You'll see that the software allows me to store a picture with each product. I'm going to say no, that I don't want to add a picture. That uses the picture module that we looked at earlier. What you can do in the vendor order system is you can add products to a product receiving entry. Whereas I may not have ordered this product, or I may have called and added this product later, but I always have the opportunity of adding more products, whether they were on the original PO or not, when I do the product receiving. The other function that's available in the vendor order system is the Backorder Report. And the Backorder Report will show you any items that you have currently on backorder based on an order date. I've just received all the backorder items that we have, so we don't have any report to look at. But that can show you the things that you currently have outstanding on order from your vendors. It's also important to note that any items that you have on back order will affect your automatic reordering, as will items that you currently have on order. Those items will not be reordered automatically.